Hello everyone and welcome back to Greenpine Zoo and Gardens. Yes, I'm back again. Finally, it's been quite a while since the last episode that we had here in Greenpine Zoo, where we built the habitat for the sandcat. And that is exactly what we are going to look at right now before we start into a brand new episode, almost or exactly 4 weeks later than the last episode was. Or was it 5 weeks? I don't know, but as I said, it's been quite a while. And most of you guys, or all of you guys, know what was the reason for that. I was on vacation in the United States and it was such a great time. I can tell you guys, it was just amazing. We had the perfect weather. We had no day at all where we had bad weather. All 3 weeks. We had slightly a bit of rain in Las Vegas one day, which was just for about an hour or so, and after that it was completely dry once again. So absolutely perfect. I had stunning experiences with animals. So I managed actually to see humpback whales, which was such a great thing. I just can't tell you how amazing it is to see animals like that in real life, not on television, but right in front of you. It's unbelievable. We saw lots of elephant seals, sea lions, harbor seals, sea otters, and lots of birds. Unfortunately, none of the land animals, like we saw the last time that we've been to California. So we've seen no coyotes, no black bears, no lynx. What else did we see the last time? No deer. Not just a single one. Well, we saw some in San Diego Wild Animal Park, and not ones that were kept there, so we saw wild ones there, but yeah, no wild ones at all, the whole trip. So that was a bit disappointing, but all in all, it was such an amazing experience. You can see new episodes of Bake and Play on tour and one episode of Bake and Play in the wild, where you are going to see some footage of the humpback whales and the elephant seals and so on within the next few weeks and months. So I'm planning to release a new video in that category about every 2 or 3 weeks on the Saturdays, so look definitely out for that. So, but let's get into today's episode. We are going to build the second to last cat habitat in our cat house, which is going to be for the African leopards. The last habitat that we are going to build in next week's episode is going to be for the cougar. You guys voted and you wanted to see the cougars being next, or being the last cats that we are going to have in that house. So for the habitat of the African leopard and the cougar, I had an idea what I wanted to do. That is actually an idea that I already had before I went to the States. So I already had that in my mind. I wanted to have, how can I say that? You will see it in a few minutes, but I wanted to have a habitat for the African leopards, which is going to be a square one right next to the indoor habitat. Then I wanted to have a round habitat that is like an aviary, or like in the shape of a round circus tent a little bit. a bit similar to the Wings of Asia, to the aviary that we already built in here. That is going to be used by the leopards and could actually be used by the cougars as well. And then a third habitat that is going to be a square one as well, like the one for the African leopard, which is going to be extra for the cougars. So how does it make sense now? So that you have one habitat that is exclusively, so this is the right wording, exclusively for the African leopards, one habitat that is exclusively for the cougars, and the round one that you can connect with either one of the habitats, so that one day you could actually let the African leopards in there, and the other day you could let the cougar in there, so that the cougar does have more space. This makes sense in many different ways. So the first thing is you can give the cougar, which is a single female, which is going to be a single female. I was telling you guys that we are going to call her Lady. You can give her a little more space from time to time. And the next thing that is also very clever, and I copied that idea from the zoo in Zurich in Switzerland, because they do something like that. You can let me know in the comment section if you also do know a zoo that is doing something similar. They do have a new habitat for their big cats. I think it is lions, tigers, and snow leopards, but I'm not really sure if those are the three. But I think it is 3 animals, 3 different cats, and they do have 3 outdoor habitats, and they change that from time to time. And they do that because in terms of animal enrichment, which is very clever, because you have the scent of the lions in that habitat, for example, and the other day or the next week you are going to let the tigers into the habitat, which was the lion habitat the week before. So they have different scents and different smells in there, so they have to look around, be careful, look out for a different individual in there, which definitely is not in there, but you have all, it smells like lion. So this is a genius idea for animal enrichment, and I thought I want to have something similar like this in Greenpine Zoo as well. And that's why I came up with the idea of this round-shaped habitat that is going to be used by the leopards and the cougar as well. So, in theory, because technically it doesn't work, you can't have 2 habitats overlapping, because you have to do the invisible barriers, and you can't overlap them. You can't have 2 invisible barriers that cross each other. I think you can't, but I have to try it. Maybe you can. Maybe you can. Because, let me think about that. You can't have 2 entrance gates for a habitat, which we won't have, because we do have 1 habitat with the entrance on the side of the African leopards, which is going to be closed. And we are going to have a second habitat with the entrance on the side of the cougar, which is also closed. So I might check that out in the next episode if we actually could do that, because this would mean that we could just close the gate for the leopards and open the gate for the cougars, and then the cougars could use the round-shaped habitat here without the leopards being able to walk into that habitat. And we won't have any problems with the barriers. So in theory, this actually could work, and I'm very curious if it could. I'm going to tell you in next week's episode, and I definitely want to try that out because that would be amazing. Maybe we can trick that game a little bit like this. Maybe. Maybe not. If you have tried something like this before and it worked out or didn't work out, let me know in the comment section. But I will definitely try that because, yeah, this would be great. And as I said, you won't have the problem with having 2 entrance gates for a habitat, because that would not be the case. Okay, we'll try that. We'll try that. So something else I want to talk with you guys about is the fact that I told my German fans in my DLC Zoo series when I was on vacation, because the German series, the DLC Zoo series, New Mexico Zoo, still ran when I was on vacation because I was able to prepare some episodes for that. And I asked my viewers to remember that it is very, very, very important to hit the like button for my videos. I noticed that the views for my videos are not as much as they have been. And the case for that is that I don't reach that many people anymore with my videos because of the algorithm of YouTube. And you can only feed the algorithm of YouTube with likes and comments, with any interaction to the channel. I have the same problem with other series where I do have almost the same amount of views or even more, but the likes just go down. So I ask you guys kindly, please remember, if you enjoy my videos, to hit the like button for the videos. It is so important. Yeah, because it takes a lot of time to do all these videos. Almost every weekend I sit in front of the PC and create new things here in Planet Zoo and also on Planet Coaster 2. In the future as well, I'm going to create stuff for Jurassic World Evolution 3 because I'm planning to do that as well here on my channel. And yeah, it would be so great if you guys just remember to hit the like button from time to time. And comment on my videos as well. This also helps very, very much. And I thank you guys already for doing that. So, as I said, I'm planning to do stuff in Jurassic World Evolution 3. Last week, or was it the week before? I think it was the week before, on a Wednesday, the release trailer for Jurassic World Evolution 3 hit the internet. I think it was leaked, and after that the official trailer also hit the internet, and I am beyond excited for that game. I totally enjoyed the first installment of that game because it was something that not just me but many people long time ago wished for, because we wanted to have another park builder game for dinosaurs and we didn't have one at that point, or only an old one. I remember Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Played that one, I think, on PlayStation. Yeah, it was on PlayStation. So I was totally excited for the game. I played so many hours in the game. This was at a time when I didn't have a YouTube channel yet, and I didn't do stuff with it. So I played it on PlayStation 4 as well. Yeah, it was just amazing. Then was it 2 years later? I think it was 2 years later when Jurassic World Evolution 2 was released, and I was very disappointed. I was very excited for the game, don't get me wrong, but it came out and it just felt like something, like Jurassic World Evolution 1 with a few new dinosaurs, and that's it. I didn't see that much of an improvement in the game. I didn't enjoy it that much because I already planned to do videos on that game as well, but I lost interest very quick because it didn't give me that what I wanted. So why am I excited for the third installment of that game? Because it has all the things that I always wanted, and I think that many of you guys always wanted as well. Because we do have modular building now in Jurassic World Evolution, and this is something that I wanted from the beginning, that I wanted for the first part as well. So I wanted actually a dinosaur game that we could play like we do play Planet Zoo. And it seems at this point that Jurassic World Evolution Part 3 is exactly going to be that. And that's why I'm very excited for the game. It also has improvements on the water. So we can do waterfalls now. We can do, I think, different heights with the water. Dinosaurs can now swim. We do have baby dinosaurs and so much new stuff that I'm absolutely hyped for. So I can't wait for the game to come out. I think it was in October 21st. And I hope you guys are as excited or nearly as excited as I am for the game. But I'm still going to be playing Planet Zoo. There's another DLC coming out pretty soon, I think. Don't know the official title yet. I didn't do some research on it as well because I just came back home exactly 1 week ago, and the first week was pretty difficult because I had a massive jet lag, and I'm okay now. But it took me a few days, so I didn't do some research on the new DLC. All that I know so far is that there's going to be the honey badger in it, and I'm excited for all of the other animals that are going to be in there. Some people were talking about elephants, but I don't think that would be the case, because if it is going to be an Asian animal pack, which some people say as well, another elephant wouldn't make that much sense. Yes, there are different elephant types in Asia as well, so but I don't think that Planet Zoo is going to go that far with different breeds and different species, so I don't think that is going to be the case. So I'm very excited for what it is going to be. I think it is going to be released within the next week or two. And can't wait to see. And I'm also going to keep playing Planet Coaster 2, which is going to be something that is going to be out on Fridays on my channel, as it was before the vacation as well. So not that much of a change in here. Right now I'm planning to play Jurassic World Evolution 3 as a live stream project, so that one day in the week I'm going to go to have a live stream where I discover Jurassic World Evolution 3 with you guys. But that's far away, because October 21st is still, let me count, July, August, September, October, 4 months away. So enough time to get some work done in Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster too. Yeah, you already could see the stone structure that I built in the round shaped habitat. That is also something that I wanted to do because I wanted to have different levels where the animals can enter the habitat. So the idea was that the leopards are going to enter the habitat on the lower level from their original habitat, and next week when we are going to build the habitat for the cougars, we will have something like an overpass for them, for the single one that is going to move in, which is yeah, why did I want to say which is? Yeah, we're going to have an overpass for the cougar on the upper level of the habitat. But you're going to see that in next week's episode. So I wanted to have something like a staircase for the animals so that they do have enough climbing stuff in there and that they could actually go on the upper level, because both of the animals, the African leopards and the cougars, love to climb and are very, very good climbers. What I didn't plan, but I think it is a great addition to the round-shaped habitat, is the thing that we are having this kind of a cave underneath the stone structure, so that I am going to use as a shelter for the animals, so that they can come outside and hide underneath there, take a nap underneath there. And on the other side of the shelter we are going to have a viewing platform, not a viewing platform, but a viewing opportunity for our visitors, where they can actually look into the sleeping place, into the cave for the cats. So I thought this was a nice idea as well. It was a little bit difficult for me to do the interior for the habitat for the African leopards, because I almost do have no inspiration for that, because African leopards are actually not kept in many zoos. I think we do have 1 or 2 zoos in Europe where you can actually see African leopards, but most of the time it's some Asian version of the leopards, like the Sri Lanka leopard or the Amur leopard, or what else do we have? The Persian leopard, or yeah, any Asian version of the leopards, because the African leopard actually is not that endangered that as all of the other Asian leopards actually are. And that's the reason why most of the zoos don't keep African leopards, but have, yeah, some kind of an Asian species. Most of the time it's the Amur leopard, because it is the most endangered one of all the leopards out there. There's just only a handful of those leopards out in the wild anymore, unfortunately. So it is very important that the zoos focus on the more endangered animals and not animals that are actually not endangered in the wild. Yes, of course, it is nice to see the animals in a zoo or see them in real life, but yeah, let's keep it real. Zoos are not just about having a look at the animals, but also saving species from extinction, and so therefore it is a huge and very important fact that zoos take care of those endangered animals. Breed them and release them back into the wild. in the best case. Yeah, so a little bit of planting is going on in here. The habitat turns out almost a little bit too dark in the end, because I do have lots of plants inside the habitat and also outside the habitat, as we did before with the other ones as well. All around the habitat with the Oceania plants. Yeah, but in the end it all comes together very nicely, and I think it looks pretty much okay. So I also was using some plants that I usually don't use at all, like this one, which is called Cactus Wolfsmilch in German. I just don't know the word in English, but yeah, I usually don't use that plant at all, but I think it is very beautiful in here. You can see the viewing part of the little shelter for the Amur leopards, where you can actually see right in as a visitor. Yeah, just doing some indoor stuff. Not that much, because I did similar habitat like I did for the big cats, or the real big cats like the lion and the tigers, also for the clouded leopards. So it's just a few rocks and just a climbing platform, and that's all for the indoor. Yeah, and I was very, very happy. Yeah, but on the other hand, it was not so surprising that the animals, when I put them into the habitat, they actually could use everything. They could actually go everywhere that they wanted, or that they should. And also the keepers were able to go anywhere. So, yeah, that was very, very cool. But as I said, it was not that surprising, because I did copy the gates for the animals from the other habitats, and so it was pretty clear that everything should work out in the end. So just a little bit of planting around the habitat, and then I think we are good to go. Yeah, and as I said, we are very close to finishing the house. I think I said that in the last few episodes, but right now it is the case. So only one more habitat for the cougar to go, and then we are going to work on the interior for the house. We need to do backstage stuff. We need to have another habitat in there, like I was telling you, the habitat for the meerkat. Oh, or maybe, which would be great, if the new DLC will be released before, yeah, or within the next 2 weeks, we could actually have a habitat for the honey badger in there. That would totally make sense, because I wanted to have a carnivore in there, and I need to have a carnivore from Asia or from Africa, which would be perfect, because the honey badger is from Africa. I think there's some in Asia as well, or Arabia. So it would totally make sense to have the honey badger in there, and we could build a nice indoor habitat for them in here. This would be totally great, because I don't think that we are going to have another cat in the new DLC, and if so, yeah, we don't have that space left for another cat habitat. If it's not a very small one. And I doubt that. So, what do you guys think? Honey badger? Yay or nay? Let me know in the comment section. This would be actually great. Better than the meerkat. I think so. Well, Just some more of the decal pieces, and yeah, then we are good to go for the real-time part. With that being said, I already will say goodbye to you guys. I hope you did enjoy today's video. I hope you are happy that I am finally back from the vacation. And if you did enjoy today's video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, and also leave a comment. Hope to see you guys next week as well, when we are going to build the last habitat for the cats in our cat house, and we are closer to end this amazing chapter here in Greenpine Zoo and Gardens. Okay, take care of you guys. Bye!